Trumbo, first of all, I know we're going to talk about the amateurs, and we will go into the amateurs in depth, and we'll speak to somebody a bit later on who's involved in the ABA finals next year. But we're going to pull someone up straight away. We're on a fighter that you know, Steve O'Meara.
Stevie O, yeah, from Dale Youth. Steve O's a totally dedicated human being. Doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. Sounds boring, doesn't he? But he's a really, really nice guy. 100% committed. Really, really committed guy. Very, very determined. In fact, was possibly too determined when he first turned pro.
Used to try too hard.
Yeah, and therefore was tensing up a little bit, which was taking from his power. Now he's nice and relaxed. Obviously, the last two bouts you haven't even gone around a piece.
Yeah, well, thanks for nicking my intro, Ron. No, it's fine. I mean, it's just...
Well, I had to do that, Steve.
If you're going to nick me intro, it's pointless me doing it. I'll go and get Ollie something where you can take over. Anyway, it's a delight to welcome onto the show, old friend of the show, professional and a good kid, and with a fine story to tell for his last 12 or 13 or 14 so hours. Steve O'Meara, welcome to the show.
All right, Steve.
Yeah. Now, Steve, first of all, mate, before we go any further, tell us what's been happening in your life in the last, 12, 13 hours.
Well, from 9:30 p.m. Yesterday, I've been in the hospital while my Mrs. Samantha gave birth to our second son, Sonny. 1:32 a.m. and he was 9 pounds 3 ounces. So,
that's a lump of baby boy as well.
Yeah, he's a lump. He's going to be in every weight.
Oh, and you know what? Because my son was big, and when they come out, he was 10 pound. When they come out big, they look really old already, don't they? They look about 6 months older than the other babies in the ward.
He's got all wrinkles around his shoulders. He's got bigger shoulders and arms than me.
and listen, first of all, Samantha and Sonny doing okay?
Yeah, they're doing well. I'm just running to the kitchen, shut the door. She's just feeding him, I think, so keeping him quiet. And we've got the other little man, Oscar, running about, wondering what's going on.
So you got one, my boy's Oscar as well. So let me just get this right. I know Ron's trying to get in here. You've got one called Sonny Charles and one called Oscar. As the missus not tweaked it, because my boy's called Oscar Marvin, and I got that past her at the hospital. But since then, the last 17 years, she keeps reminding me that I pulled one over on her.
Yeah, well, luckily, when I come out with Sonny, there was a relative in her family called Sonny. But it had to be I have to name him after fighters. And, but luckily she had someone in her family called Sonny. She gets to choose the middle names as well.
Steve, has Jimmy Mack yet managed to work out a training schedule for the two lads?
Oscar's been up the gym already.
Oh, blimey.
He's been up the gym, he's only been doing half marathons with Jimmy Mack, Steve, listen, congratulations on that, mate. And so you're already at home? You say you're already back she's already back home in the kitchen?
Yeah, we're back. We come home about two and a half hours ago.
Brilliant.
So, it all went well.
Well, listen, I'm pleased for that. But you're a little bit of a break, not much of a break, because you're launching the new Box Academy series, aren't you?
Yeah.
And that's on May the 3rd against Bradley Price, a guy that's finding a massive second leash, isn't he? He's flying at the moment.
Yeah, that's it. It's I think it's a great fight for me, and obviously, as everyone can see, Bradley Price has still got a lot left, and that's the Bradley Price I want to turn up, just so I can show the level that I'm at, that I feel that I'm at, and obviously prove it, because there's no point beating a fighter that, everyone would have said, oh yeah, but he was this, he was that, in his day, but he seemed to roll back the years the other week and cause a minor upset. But I mean, in a lot of people's eyes, it probably would have been an upset, but I think people thought he was on the slide, but probably showed he weren't. And but if anything, I was actually rooting for him, thinking, it'd be good if he wins, because hopefully it'll look better when I do a job on him.
That was the win he's just had against Patrick Mendy, who's really a super middleweight. And
who was the favourite as well.
Exactly. And how up and down you've been, Steve, because in 1 minute you were boxing Bradley Price at 11 stone 2 at Wembley, then all of a sudden the bout's called off, then he's boxing a super middleweight to Patrick Mendy, then all of a sudden they're struggling to get you a bout, then it's up and down, and then now it's back on, and it's an eliminator for the British and Commonwealth title. Really good stuff for you, Steve.
Yeah, I'm chuffed for it. I mean, this is what I want. I said I wanted to make a breakthrough this year, and Jimmy's been talking me up a bit, so it's time that I've obviously been delivering, but it's time I step up a level and deliver on the 3rd of May, which is great to be opening, obviously, the first Box Academy show. I think I don't know if I was the first fight on Box Nation or not.
You were our first. No, I think we might have had. No, you know what, Steve? You were. Not only were you you were our first fight. Because our first fight, we had a first round. Yeah. We had the first round knockdowns. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I think you were. So, that's good. Now,
it's a good omen.
Yeah, it's a good omen. Steve, you're still getting plenty of good sparring with Jimmy Mack, with all the boys in that gym, because it's a decent. Well, it's not a decent gym. It's a good quality gym, isn't it?
Yeah. We always get great sparring. We always travel and that as well. So, and obviously with James in the camp, we get a lot of people coming in for him, and
cool.
And I get to spar with them and stuff as well. Some of them obviously a bit bigger, but I don't mind mixing it with everyone, really. Yeah.
No, listen, sparring, certainly open sparring's fine as long as everyone knows what they're doing. It's no good mixing it with a cruiserweight who's bashing the granny at you, but a cruiserweight who's pushing you back, putting his arms on you and pushing you back. That's great for strength. So you need that.
Yeah, definitely for the fight coming up as well, because obviously Price has shown he's pretty strong.
He is strong, distance.
Yeah. It's something we've definitely been working. It's not something I've had to show, I don't think, in previous fights, but I think most people who have trained or sparred with me are usually quite surprised by my strength. Through my previous trainer doing quite a bit of wrestling and stuff. So
that's interesting. You did wrestling training as part of your boxing training?
Yeah. We used to do maybe a round of sparring and then a round of just not
grappling.
like trying to a bit of grappling. That's it. And I think anyone that's done a bit of grappling before can your muscles never feel so pumped, and it's obviously very hard to do another round of boxing and be sharp after the wrestling. If you're not used to it, it's sometimes the feeling you get in a fight as well. So hopefully, I'm gonna obviously, if I need to go to the later round,
you'll have that strength.
Yeah.
It's interesting you say about the grappling, because the rugby union clubs they either use judo, or I know the Sale Sharks use wrestling. They got as former GB Olympic wrestling coach, and I'm a big fan of that, because I know Terry also uses wrestling. Tyson Fury. No, not wrestling. He's not technical stuff, but just grappling. Tyson Fury does sometimes in the gym. He won't spar. He'll just grapple with his dad before he went to prison, and with all of his brothers. So, I'm on your side. Listen, Steve, congratulations on becoming a dad for the second time. Good luck with the preparations, and I'll see you on May the 3rd at the Troxy in Limehouse to launch Box Nation's Box Academy.
Lovely. Cheers, Steve. Cheers, Ron.
Cheers, Stevie.
See you later, Steve. Yeah, see you later, Steve. See you, boy. Now, when you talk to Steve, I had him on after the first knockout, which came out of the blue, because he'd only stopped a couple before then. Then the second, both first round, good, and against good opponents, 50-ish fights. Let's get it right. Both good knockouts, and absolutely the difference is that it's not like he trained to knock people out. His shoulders had come down. He started to relax. It's just that simple. It was just a mind thing. I know you spent a lot of time talking with him. It was just in his head.
Yeah. He was so determined, Steve, and he was so pumped up that everything was really neat. And in America, when he worked on a floor-to-ceiling ball for the first time,
when you had him out in Philadelphia.
Exactly. He's a natural sportsman, and of course his ability just flowed through. And I said, look, Steve, if we just film this and you see yourself doing this and you see yourself sparring, you will see the difference. We always knew it was there. It was just a matter of him finding it and finding his rhythm, and that was learning to relax, and now he's learnt that. Different boxer.
Because in neither of those two fights was he actually looking for a knockout. No. And suddenly he just came up with, and probably good shots as well, not wild swings.
No, classy shots. He throws classy shots, and the more he relaxes and the more he just looks to box rather than look for a shot, the more it'll come.
Okay, Ron.